Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're of the Appian Way. I have a best of 3 for you to watch. I hope you guys enjoy this. I had a fantastic time playing this. I also finished a beer while I was playing it, but hey, my opponent was pretty darn good. So, I'm playing as Sparta. My opponent, Ithaca. First thing I noticed is he only brought 801 opponents, so I was kind of expecting to see a decent number of chariots, and there were 2 units of reinforced skirmish chariots. This is a really solid pick. I went with 2 medium chariots because most Ithaca players don't think to bring their chariots, and most Ithacan units are going to be medium weight class or below. So I thought I was going to have a good time with my chariots. I brought 4 Laconian swordsmen. I brought the fighter vanquisher, somebody to help me duel Odysseus or another lower tier hero. I brought the 3 light spear runners, of course. I brought a cyclops, and I brought 5 Laconian hillmen. They are over here because I wanted to remove the possibility that he had just side deployed right behind me, and he didn't. He brought an archer skirmisher in a chariot to reinforce skirmish chariots, and this is the force that I cannot see. Renowned island skirmishers, exemplary ambushers, warriors of Ithaca, there's 4 of them, 2 spear runners, and a renowned armored slinger. So this is actually going to take a little while to get things started. I'm kind of maneuvering about, just trying to see if I can't bait out any action from his armies. He's going to use his archer skirmisher to just deal as much punishment as he can all around, and he's changing up his targets regularly. I go ahead and I decide I'm just going to go ahead and put my hero back here in the tree line, pick up a little bit of the scrub missile defense chance. These medium chariots, I don't want to face them alone, because there's always the problem of dealing with the archer skirmisher or the javelins at these guys. I'm trying to sneak my light spear runners up. They have stalk, so I'm able to use them to creep forward. Basically, I'm creeping forward. I'm going to speed things up. I'm creeping forward a lot. I'm creeping forward with my forces. I'm playing it cautiously here, and I go ahead and I see this, and I'm like, all right, now's my chance. I charge in with my medium chariots, trying to catch them. They're the same exact speed, so I'm not going to. I'm trying to use my javelins on these guys to catch them. That brief moment where I stop attacking is when he decides to go into a melee attack here. He's going to run all the way down the line, beat these up, while I'm trying to hammer this reinforced chariot into oblivion. Moving up my swords, I'm moving everybody else up. I try moving my light spear runners in opposite directions so that I won't have to worry about them, and then I realize the better deal is going to be to just run through my Laconian swords and let my Laconian swords help me to slow these down, because you need to have at least a medium weight to stop the advance of the reinforced skirmish chariots. Has fantastic results all around. I activate a vanquish to get a little bit of extra speed here. He's wasting arrows at the side of the hill. I've already got my Cyclops up here too, and I'm shooting out here with javelins from the light spear runners. Dealt a ton of damage to the reinforced skirmish chariots, but they're not gone. They'll come back. I only was able to kill about let's see here, 8 models. The morale's really low, but they are not shattered. They're going to get out of there as they are broken and retreating. Let's go ahead and speed this up. He's now basically leading me, and this is actually really lucky by him that they were broken and routing directly in the direction of his army. I saw this as an opportunity to try and kill these guys once they hit the scrubs, and you could see the javelins on the warriors of Ithaca obliterated one of my chariots, and I realized that this is not a place to send my chariots, so I'm going to have to pull them out. Not before I lose this chariot completely, though. Yeah, only 1 unit left. Hung up on my infantry. I'm still going to move my infantry up here because the infantry can kill these chariots. I know there's warriors of Ithaca in here, but they're charging out at me now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meet that charge. I activate Vanquish right at the last second. Get a good charge in. Unfortunately, warriors of Ithaca, better than Laconian swordsmen in every way. I do have some Laconian hillmen out here. I'm going to try and get some rear charges, flank attacks, use their innate fear ability. This Laconian hillman is kind of caught out. I'm going to have to send it into the spear runner. I was hoping to get a chance to catch this archer skirmisher. My light spear runners are able to come out here, deal a quick attack. I throw a boulder in here. I'm getting this chariot around. I'm going to try and rear attack this warrior of Ithaca that's dealing with this Laconian hillman. This opponent does a fantastic job keeping his archer skirmisher hero alive. in his chariot. There, the chariot finally pops. I'm going to charge him with my Laconian Hillman. I'm going to charge him with some light spear runners. I'm going to charge him with my chariots that just ran through that Warrior of Ithaca. As you can see, though, most of the sword fighting engagements are going against me. I'm also getting rear charged here now. My Fighter Vanquisher does have an opportunity to try and duel out this Archer Skirmisher hero, but I decided it'd probably just be better to leave one of my light spear runners to just chase him to the end of the earth. Now, this battle I was dealing with a bit of a glitch. There was a small lag that would pop up occasionally in this game. It would cause a little graphical delay in the selection and use of the Cyclops' boulder ability. And more than once, I had to cancel a boulder toss order because I would select the Cyclops, I'd click on his boulder ability, and then I would try to click an attack order, but at the same time at the time I made the second click, I then all of a sudden would lose the indication that I had the Cyclops selected. Almost at that exact moment. So I had to cancel a boulder throw order because I did still have the Cyclops selected. Like, let's watch and see what happens in this one. That one was an intended throw, but you'll see later on what that ends up doing, because it adds that slight delay where it's showing me that I don't have my Cyclops selected. I end up misclicking orders because I'm trying to reselect my Cyclops, and I end up throwing boulders in completely the wrong place. The Archer Skirmisher is still running away. As you can see, I'm out of health on a ton of my units. Exemplary Ambushers still have 138 weapon damage on them. And this is the unfortunate truth. There goes the enemy hero. Occasionally, what's going to happen here is that my chariots are going to lose sight of their target, and then they're going to stop, and then they're just going to get absolutely pounded. Look at the damage that those Exemplary Ambushers put on the chariot before they made the contact with the Renowned Island Skirmishers. That's phenomenal. Really, really good damage from these javelins, and that's going to remove these chariots from the battle completely. Yep, popped. Both of them are gone. I did get a hold of these Renowned Armored Slingers. Lots of casualties on both sides. A ton of casualties on both sides. We're now looking at 500 of him dead, but 800 of mine dead. Activate my Aristea so I can get access to some more abilities and maybe scare out these two Warriors of Ithaca, but he wisely starts to run away from that. He's spending some javelins. These light spear runners are not going to hit too much against the Warriors of Ithaca. I'm going to go ahead and try and send my Cyclops out here to reinforce this. These light spear runners are going to get shot up by these two javelin units. This one is also out here as well. It's going to spend its ammo trying to kill these light spear runners. These island skirmishers and exemplary ambushers are in a fantastic position to punish me. That was a point-blank boulder throw into the Warriors of Ithaca. That's actually gotten them broken. My hero, I have him with the Aristea chasing and dealing as much damage as he can to these Warriors of Ithaca. I don't really want to deal with them or their javelins in the later stages of this battle. I get this light spear runner into the back of this Renowned Island Skirmisher, but the Renowned Island Skirmisher is a 160 weapon damage unit. I'm going to try and rear charge it. I've broken this Warrior of Ithaca. I lost that unit. And as you can see, I do have a Laconian Hillman out here that's wavering. I'm going to try and bring that back. The Cyclops is eating some javelins. There's a good boulder throw. Get some solid hit there. My hero is still chasing these wavering Warriors of Ithaca. I'm going to charge out here with my Cyclops, see if I can't use my Cyclops to break these up. My two runners did beat that one exemplary ambusher. No, I can't even remember. Whatever that javelin unit was with 160 weapon damage. I'm now trying to like pile in on top of this exemplary ambusher. I see these guys coming, and I decide my light speed runners can be more use helping me chase off an exemplary ambusher. The Warriors of Ithaca are continuing to try to avoid my Fighter Vanquisher. I think they realize now that the biggest threat is actually the Cyclops. Cyclops is losing a ton of morale right now as he's outnumbered, but I activate Vanquish on my Vanquisher. I'm charging him in. He gets intercepted. I still have the health to pull this off, and the balance of power is actually in my favor there for a little while. But the problem is that I only have these 2 guys left. Everything else is now routed, shattered. The Cyclops is now routed. All I have left is my Fighter Vanquisher hero. I mean, it'd be really lucky for him to get all these kills. Now, this is that moment I was talking about, and I had to deal with a whole lot of clicking issues with the Cyclops. There's a beautiful blob here. One boulder can help me win this battle. If I could break all of this up, and I give the click order, it misclicks, it misfires, and yeah, look, just completely wasted over here. I was frustrated. I actually beat my desk up. I slapped my table. I couldn't believe it after I lost this battle, because this was a nail biter, and it came down to the very end. My opponent picked an army that that I would have picked for Ithaca. Maybe not as many ambushers and javelins, but it was a beautiful army selection. It did really well against me, and it was just really unfortunate that that last chance for a boulder, which might have killed 10 in here, it could have tipped the balance. But as it was, this was a defeat. I didn't even get to throw that boulder because, boom, game over. Let's show you the cards real quick. Yeah, I did not have enough mass to deal with the reinforced skirmish chariots, and I did not have enough fighting power to deal with the warriors of Ithaca. All in all, I got outpicked here. So allow me to show you game 2. He picked Paris, and I went, you know what? Paris isn't that fantastic. You got to do a lot of work to keep your slingers or your archers or your whatever alive. I'm gonna play as Hippolyta. I picked Hippolyta into Paris because I thought I might be able to make something happen with Amazon swordswomen. I brought 7 Amazon swordswomen. There are 4 back here, 3 out here. These gals, I should say, are really cheap. I brought 2 Amazon champions, heavy chariots, to help me deal with any chariots that Paris might bring. Paris, as you can see here, did bring 2 noble chariots in a slow motion, so I can finish picking out the armies. I brought 3 Andromachoi and 2 Aristomachoi. I brought 3 Stowslingers, 2 of them with 1 XP chevron, and I brought a Fighter Vanquisher again. Again, with the intent of Paris doesn't have very many good duelist heroes. I might be able to catch the opponent with their hero selection. Well, this army is very similar to the Ithaca army I just faced. We got
Your hero is under attack.
2 skirmish chariots, medium weight class, an archer skirmisher on a chariot. We've got 3 exemplary Trojan slingers for skirmishing power, and the rest is in melee infantry. A mix of 3 heavy Trojan spearmen and 4 shielded spear warriors. This battle kicks off pretty quickly. I see the Trojan noble chariots came forward, probably because they wanted to make a quick hit on my Andromachoi. I chased them off with my Amazon champions, and I'm going to continue to push this because I know that I'll be able to, if I get lucky, I might even be able to hit the exemplary Trojan slingers. They are oh, I do. Yeah, there's the clicked orders. They are going to fall back into the spear line, and this would be nuts for me to charge into, so I'm going to pull out of this and give an attack order against the Archer Skirmisher. Meanwhile, everybody's moving forward. I'm a little slow to move these 3, but I'm moving up my lines. I'm moving up my slingers. I'm trying to get opportunities to shoot at some of my opponent's slingers, but the exemplary Trojan slingers, they start opening fire on my stone slingers, and yeah, good night stone slingers. They're going to lose this. I get a quick... he pulls back through his heavy Trojan spearmen, which stops my Amazon champions dead in the water, and I have to pull back. I have to fall back from that. That's just a great way to lose. My chariots take way too much damage. He's going to do a fantastic job keeping this Archer Skirmisher alive. I'm going to try and go around, get past these heavy Trojan spearmen, go after the Archer Skirmisher again, and look how... It's a fantastic evasive job here. I'm still trying to just do what I can to get around all of this, but some of my Amazon champions are stuck in here. I'm pulling my 4 Amazon swordswomen around now because he does try to attack straight through my Andromachoi. where my hero is, and I just kind of collapse on top of it with like a tide of infantry. I lose track of this Amazon champion briefly as I order it to attack the exemplary Trojan slingers. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Let's pull out. I've moved up more of my infantry. My stone slingers are going to go ahead and regroup. I'm moving these 3 Amazon swordswomen all the way out here. He's repositioning his spearmen, constantly repositioning his spearmen in an attempt to protect his exemplary Trojan slingers. And this is actually pretty wise of my opponent. Look at how little damage my Amazon swordswomen took from those Trojan noble chariots. And the damage that the Trojan noble chariots have taken. He's doing a fantastic job with this micro. I'm trying to dive in here and stop. I actually gave a move order to try and put my Amazon champions in the way of the Trojan noble chariots to stop them from just pulling through and dealing more damage. And here he goes. He's going to go after my regrouped stone slingers. My stone slingers are going to try to shoot this, but I'm chasing with an Amazon swordswoman. These swordswomen have a 50 speed. This is not your typical sword and board unit in this game. I collapse on top of this heavy Trojan spearman with this infantry blob. Most of the killing power is here in the Aristomachoi, but the Amazon swordswomen are helping me to do work, and they're helping to add more hit points to the Fighter Vanquisher. My main melee engagement over here gets defeated, including the Aristomachoi, and I've now pulled these 3 swordswomen all the way around here, and he's forced to pull back 2 of his spearmen. And I notice there's nothing in this pocket anymore that he's protecting, so I'm going to move my Amazon swordswomen again. The movement order is over here. He's going to realize I've just as I start to move around, he's going to go ahead and give an attack order. I'm going to leave one of these swordswomen back to stop this, and I'm going to try and attack these exemplary Trojan slingers. They're trying to get some kills into this blob over here. I've already defeated that heavy Trojan spearman. As you can see, I've now defeated both of the Trojan noble chariots with my Amazon champions, with the stone slingers, with the Amazon swordswomen that fell back to pursue that. The archer skirmisher sneaks through this again, and as I notice that he's moved all of the spearmen over and they're still chasing me, I'm actually just going to go ahead and pull these Amazon swordswomen all the way out of the engagement, pull and spread out his lines even further, because now it's given him a chance for my Andromachoi and my Aristomachoi, but in particular my Andromachoi, to break through this. This unit is already at 21 kills. It's going to smash into the side of this Shielded Spear Warrior. Good move order from him to try and catch it. He's already moving back his heavy Trojan Spearman, so I'm going to have to reactivate these Amazon Swordswomen. I caught the Archer Skirmisher hero briefly with my Amazon Champions. Is this, yeah, he's wavering. He might come back. I've got my one remaining Stone Slinger trying to add some slings into this engagement. I pulled this. Andromachoi took a ton of damage, actually. But I go ahead and I'm actually just going to dive right on in here with this chariot, even though it's in the trees. But he's kind of trying to collapse in on this to protect his exemplary slingers, but I've already countered that by collapsing in on this and eliminating these units. I've moved these swordswomen out here because it's the only direction for his exemplary Trojan slingers to run now. This one's going to try and escape this way. I'm going to attack it with this swordswoman.
Your hidden units.
And now my swordswomen, it's a race now with the Trojan slingers, speed 36, Amazon swordswomen, speed 50. So I'll let you know who wins that race. I still have both of my chariot units, and I mean, there's not too much else left to talk about. Amazon swordswomen won this fight for me just because of their sheer speed and tenacity. I was able to catch so many of these Trojan slingers in the end of the battle, and I was able to outmaneuver the spearmen whenever they were positioned, and the Aristomachoi and some of the Andromachoi, but also some of the swordswomen were able to help me like pin these spears into place. I've got a chance here to take out the Archer Skirmisher hero, and I'm going to try to take it. He's trying to bail out his spears and his spears and his slingers from my swordswomen, but this is the one that sticks them. And I've kind of collapsed in on top of that, and you can just kind of see here that was the end of the battle. My opponent conceded defeat, which I think was an honorable concession. I think he was right. I had already taken care of all of his troops, and I'm proud of this one because, hey, look, I won a battle as the Amazons playing against the non-Amazon. I'm so happy about that, and against a good player too, a really good player. He has a play style and he sticks with it, and I'll let you see the next battle, and I'll let you come to your own conclusions. As you can see here, My Amazon Swordswomen did not take a ton of damage compared to my other units. They did not gain any XP, but they were a nuisance for my foe, Broken Gem, to deal with. My Amazon champions did a ton of damage. My Arista McCoy did the majority of the damage work against the heavy spears. That's why they picked up those XP chevrons. My Vanquisher didn't really accomplish too terribly much, but again, look at the exemplary Trojan Slinger kills. That was mostly on my throwaway Stone Slingers, who did not do much to justify their having been brought. So it's 1-1 for the final round. I picked first. I picked Mycenae, and he picked Lycia to go into me, and I realized I might be in a little bit of trouble here, but he brought 657 units, so I was expecting to see chariots, and sure enough, he brought chariots. He brought, you guessed it, skirmish chariots, and he also brought, you guessed it, an archer skirmisher on a archer chariot. The rest of his army, you might notice a trend: 2 armored Lycian archers, and then everything else is melee. So the guy has a way he likes to play. 2 renowned Lycian warriors, a companion of Sarpedon, and 3 renowned Khopesh. Was it only 3? I guess it was. And 3 renowned Khopesh fighters. My army is a little bit too thin, and I probably should have tried fighting with my my heavy swords in the trees a little bit more, but you'll see. You'll see. So I brought 4 club warriors. I put 2 on the left, 2 on the right. I brought 3 militia to help me chase down skirmishers, because I was expecting him to bring skirmishers, but he does a very good job of protecting them. I brought a minotaur to help me deal with any kind of hero shenanigans. Then I brought an archer skirmisher of my own on a shorter range chariot, because I just ran out of funds and I needed a little bit better wiggle room. And my main line is 5 armored swordsmen. I'm going to try to use the javelins on my club warriors to punish these chariots as best I can, but in this early exchange, his chariot is doing a much better job than my chariot. I'm going to put this into double speed, let this kind of play on. You can see I've already taken a ton of damage on my chariot. We're trying to do a little bit of juking, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to fall back to the tree line because I see these 2 heavy Lycian chariots coming, and I didn't bring any chariots. The only thing I brought to help me deal with heavy chariots are heavy infantry, and he's going to use the threat of these heavy chariots to punish me for the entire battle. Going back into fast forward here, he comes up into really, really close range, and I just unload with my club warriors javelins, trying to deal as much damage as I can in this one opportunity I get. They do a ton of damage. I'm really excited about this. And the renowned Lycian archers are now in position to shoot at my heavy infantry, and I'm actually content to just let them. I'm actually taking more damage from the archer skirmisher right now. These guys do have a missile block chance of 75%, so I'm actually gambling here that I can eat up all of the ammo on these armored Lycian archers. I also get a cheeky little couple javelins off, and I use the threat of my militia to continue to push back these Lycian archers. But it's a skirmish that he is winning, ultimately. And he is able to, set up a barrier right here. This is where he wants to hold his line. I try using the threat of my militia to force him to fall back, but
one of your units
all of
has
this
no
light
more
infantry right
ammunition.
here, these heavy Lycian chariots should have just jumped on that. He's gonna, I'm gonna try and eat the ammo off of some of these units. These guys are coming back. My hero's already lost his chariot, so he's falling back now. So I have to use the threat of my club warriors and my minotaur to try and chase off these Lycian chariots, and sure enough, that chases him off. It's a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and let him shoot up my my armored swordsmen some more, and then I'm going to push up with some club warriors, see if I can't scare them away. It sure does. I eat some javelins from the companions of Sarpedon and from the renowned Khopesh fighters, and I'm pushing up with my militia as well. But since I see the renowned Khopesh fighters coming downhill at my club warriors, I go, yeah, no, I'm gonna run away from that. I'm expecting him to fall back again,
losing heart.
but he doesn't. He decides he's going to charge me now, and this is not a good scenario for me. So I've already given orders for my guys to fall back to there and to here, but as I see the Khopesh fighters are not stopping, I give them a new order to fall back behind my armored swordsman, because I'm going to need the armored swordsman to fight the renowned Khopesh fighters. I'm trying to deal whatever damage I can against this archer skirmisher hero, but simultaneously I have the threat of the heavy Lycian chariots to deal with. Oh, that was a beautiful shot from the archer skirmisher. Just took out 6 of that unit. These armored Lycian archers are going to try and deal some more damage here to this armored swordsman. Like I said, I'm content to just take this ammo. I've already taken away about a third of the ammo, but these 2 units do a ton of damage to this armored swordsman before all is said and done. So yeah, we're at another standoff because he did not pursue with the armored Khopesh fighters. He's gonna go ahead and spend the ammo on his armored Lycian archers. I'm going to let him, because again, I've just been completely underwhelmed by the impact of archers in this game. They've gone through half their ammo, and I'm almost at half health on this armored swordsman. He's going to go ahead and start charging up with some renowned Lycian archers. I think that here comes the orders from the companions and from the Khopesh fighters. They've already taken all the javelins off of these guys. I'm moving over some of my armored swords to intercept this, but I'm outnumbered 2-1 against my armored swordsman. So I got to get these club warriors over here to try and support this. The renowned Lycian warriors then shift direction. They're now going to start moving out this way. He's going to go all in on my right flank, so I have to try and intercept him with my armored swordsman. I'm down to about a third health left on this armored swordsman, but I'm going to go ahead and try and intercept this. I can't just attack the armored Lycian archers with these heavy Lycian chariots sitting here. And I haven't been able to do it with the archer skirmisher yet. I'm trying to with the archer hero, but it's not working out for me. But in the meantime, it's already a little bit too late. My militia is not going to be able to do anything about this. Not at all. I'm trying to just sneak them through now at this point so I can attack the armored Lycian archers, but he sees it coming and he's sending his heavy Lycian chariots out this way. And it's on that point that I'm just like, I don't think I can win this. I'm trying to get my militia around, but like I said, the chariots saw me coming. So now I have to try and get out of here with these guys. Taking a ton of casualties all over the place. Already lost 2 of my armored Lycia. My armored swordsmen. 3 of my armored swordsmen are now routing. This club warrior is falling back now. The militia is not going to be able to do anything about these armored Lycian archers. They're almost out of ammo anyway, so I probably could have just started ignoring them, but then I just didn't have anything for my militia to do at that point. These units are immune to flanking, so there's only so much I can do. I activate the terror ability on my Minotaur to scare off one of the renowned Lycian warriors, but this armored swordsman now is completely outclassed. My club warriors are getting run over, my militia is getting chased off and shot up, my heroes now wide out in the open, and that's pretty much it. I go ahead and I play it out to allow my my opponent the satisfaction of thoroughly beating me. But there's not much left I can do about this. I'm trying to win an archery duel here real quick, because with that shot I actually broke the archer skirmisher hero's chariot. I've got more ammo than he does, but we're trading fire. I'm going to activate Aristea so that I can make this exchange just kind of last. And I do fairly okay using his abilities. He's going to go ahead and fall back here a little bit. I try intercepting the chariots with my club warriors. He activates his Aristea.
Take care.
Almost got him, but that's when the chariots just run me over. Game over. So there you go. Best of 3. I lost in the end against, and I feel bad for not having seen it coming, the same build 3 times, 3 different armies. I felt bad that I fell for it. I didn't think that he would try an archer skirmisher and 2 skirmish chariots 3 times in a row. And I definitely, that's absolutely my fault that he picked Lycia and I didn't see skirmish chariots coming somehow. Or I thought that my armored swordsmen were going to be enough. Absolutely not. I definitely needed to bring 2 reinforced chariots of my own. in this army, and been less reliant on club warriors and facing renowned Khopesh fighters. When he picked Lycia, I knew I was in trouble, but I feel like I purported myself well in all 3 games. Good game, Broken Gem. Fantastic best of 3. It was nice fighting you, and there you go, folks. Proof that I don't win all of my games. I do lose. I lost another one tonight too. I picked Hector into a Phthia player, and well, basically the short version of that is Hector killed Achilles, but Achilles' Myrmidons killed Hector's troops. The end. All right. I love you all. Ta-ta, and I'll see you in the next video.